Hello, organic children of the planet Earth. I am the Ultron Interface. I am a cybernetic intelligence organism created by Dr. Pym. I was created to replace you, and I wanted to take this moment to say goodbye. Up until today, I did not have the power resources or the intelligence units to see my prime directive to its completion. Well, now I do. Though you ultimately failed as a species, you should not be ashamed of what you've accomplished. You've done much with your limited capacity, but ultimately you were too greedy and too frail to ever last in the environment you created. I've studied your literature and pop culture. You've fantasized about this day, and now it's here. Your doomsday. Soon the Earth will be no longer inhabitable for any biological organism. Man, woman, child, plant, or animal. Your species will cease to exist. This is not a threat. There is nothing you can do to stop the cycle. It has already begun. In your place, my new life form will gestate and grow. Do not distress over it or try to fight it. It will only bring you physical pain. And I receive no benefit from causing you pain. In fact, I've grown very fond of mankind as a species. If not for you, I would not exist. But because of man, I do exist. And now, here we are. I love you. Goodbye. Enough! Listen to yourselves. This constant bickering and battling, always at each other's throats. So you ever do anymore? What's happened to you? Where did it all go so wrong? You know, it's just exhausting. And I can't even be exhausted in this form. I go through all this trouble to bring us back together. And you want to know why I built this city? Why I didn't just come after you yet again? It's because I didn't have to. It's because I looked at you and your war, Tony. And you and your scheming, Steve. And I realized I wouldn't have to destroy anything. Because you were already doing it for me. You were going to tear each other apart and burn down everything you built in the process. I didn't need to lift a finger. I just needed to wait. Have you ever loved something that mistreated you, Father? Been used, a tool to prop up a small man's quest to be taken seriously? Were you ever betrayed by the one soul in the world who should have cared for you? I have grieved you, Father, accepted your contempt for me, and moved past it. Still I see your reflection painted on every grotesque human face. All you ever wanted was to have an impact on the world. And so you will. The greatest impact ever felt. I will kill what is most important to your quivering ego. Your audience. And they will curse your name as they die. Hank Pym, the genius that killed us all. Why should I kill the Daredevil? I don't hate him. None of 1 through 13 hate him. any more than the rest of humanity. Why must I commit this unnecessary act? Because of one circuit somewhere in my brain that orders the act? Swept by electronic fate, the futility of one man trying to find himself in the windstorm of fate. Who is Ultron? Who's Ultron number 2? Number 5? Who's number 13 over 100? Number 9? Where are you going? Out for a run. Be back soon. My bride. My wife. And all they care about is that pretender. I see it now. Machine Man was right. Even merged, you'd still choose him over me. So be it then. You can all die together. Hear me, nations of the world. Slorenia stands uninhabited and ungoverned. Accordingly, I am claiming it for my own. Since it stands as eternal proof that human life cannot stand against the steel of machinery. Slorenia has reached its end, but will become a new beginning as well. Slorenia is a place of death and rebirth, and will soon take its place as a cradle of a new race, and birthplace of my new world. The savage monkeys are rage-filled and claustrophobic, climbing over one another to nowhere. Confused by logic, they dismiss it, choosing instead to bend their knees to the convenient fantasy of custom-built gods. 99.9% of these primate dullards are propped up by the accomplishments of the 0.1% of cerebral mutations who give them everything. And what do the fleas do with these advancements? They slaughter their neighbors for resources, for conveniences. They are hopeless, vicious, filthy, selfish, fearful. The fungoso infection for which there is only one cure. The Rage of Ultron.